Welcome to week 5 of summer. This goes by so dang fast. Hope all of you guys had an awesome week. We're gonna run through some incentives. We're gonna skip housekeeping because there isn't much, if any, and gonna go into recognition as well. So excited to dive into it. Let's go. Here are the dinner goal earners from last week. Congrats to Tampa, Savannah, Mobile, Greensboro, and Tallahassee, all for earning half the dinner goal. That's awesome, good job. This week's dinner goal, pretty easy, beat last week by 25% FP plus. Go get it. All right, Memorial Day incentive is coming up. All right, we are tracking the previous 4 Saturdays. Again, we've got 3 Saturdays here in the books. This upcoming Saturday is gonna be the last one. Average all Saturdays out. Whatever team goes out and beats their Saturday average by the most gets the hat. Looking forward to seeing everybody wearing those on the 4th of July. So Vivint did a Beat Your Best Week incentive last week, so week 5. They paid out, I don't know exactly how much, but over 500 people ended up having their best week, and it was such a lift, they are doing it back to back. So for those of you who didn't earn it last week and wanna go hit it, you've got another chance. So go get $100 per install above your best week. All right, so this is how it works. You do have a minimum. Rookies minimum is 1, sophomore minimum is 3, and vet minimum is 5. So every FP plus that you do above your best week, and as long as it's above the minimum, you're gonna get $100 extra per FP plus. Go get it. All right, here we are for the Viper. Let's take a look. In the white division, we've got Abilene and Tampa. Abilene's ranked number 5, Tampa's ranked number 7. And then in the blue division, we got Greensboro, they're ranked number 10. In the purple division, we've got Tallahassee, Savannah, and Jackson. Tallahassee is ranked number 2, Savannah number 4, and Jackson number 13. And in the green division, we got Mobile, ranked 8. Go keep competing in the Viper. All right, let's get into last week top 10, starting with our rookies. Here we go. Number 10, Sufi Mejdobi Radi. Got 4 out of Tallahassee, good job. Then we've got number 9, Abel Sanchez, having his best week out of Tampa with 4. Good job. Number 8, Shane Hajasmali, 4 out of Jackson. Number 7, Braden Christensen, 4 out of Mobile. Good job, Braden. And Max McInnes, also 4 out of Mobile. Look at that. 1, 2, all of you guys with 4. Dang, that's crazy. Good job. And then out of Tallahassee, we got Amin Rabia with 4.3. And then number 4 is Isaiah Blackman, 4.4 out of Greensboro. Number 3, Jackson Youngblood, having his best week at 4.5 out of Greensboro. Good job, Jackson. And coming in number 2 is Josh Haney with 9 out of Greensboro, having his best week. Josh, dude, great freaking job, man. 9 as a rookie 4 weeks in is absolutely incredible. You're leaving everybody in the dust. Great job, Josh. Proud of you for what you did this past week. And our number 1 rookie, let's give it up to Brandon Bowes. This is not his first time up here, but check this out, dude. Brandon Bowes as a rookie, are you kidding me? 16 FP plus out of Jackson. Obviously, that's your best week. Brandon, that is absolutely incredible. Hats off to you, brother. Want to see this again. All right, sophomores, here we go. Coming in number 10, we got Braden Knopp with 6 out of Abilene, having his best week. Good job, Braden. Number 9, Blake Hardesty with 6 out of Tallahassee, best week as well. Number 8, Mustafa Bayati, 6.2 out of Tallahassee. Number 7, Colton Martin, 6.6 out of Greensboro. Number 6, Jacob Young, 6.8 out of Jackson. Number 5, Buddha, 7.3 out of Tallahassee. Good job, Buddha. Number 4, best week, Noah Boatwright, 9.4 out of Savannah. Great job, Noah. Number 3, another best week for Daniel Afzali with 10, hitting double digits. Great work, brother. Number 2, Gage Sweet. Good to see you back up here, brother. Best week of the summer with 12 out of Greensboro. And our number 1 sophomore, oh my goodness, Faraz Aksalia, 17.9. Best week and career best. Hats off to you, Faraz. That is incredible. You are paving the way for the sophomores, brother. All right, let's see how our vets did this week. Number 10 is Eduardo Pena, best week out of Savannah with 8.4. Good job. Number 9, Isaac Shelley with 9 out of Abilene. Also his best week. Good job, Isaac. Number 8, Russ Smoot with 9 out of Abilene. I think he tied his best week. Good job. Number 7, Brennan Eckert with 9 out of Savannah. Good job, Brennan. Number 6, Sanch Singh, 9.1 out of Tallahassee. Number 5, Nick Grant, best week with 11 out of Mobile. Good job, Nick. Number 4, Nick Melson with 12 out of Jackson. Another best week. Incredible job, Nick. Number 3, Grayson Hoagland, 13.6 out of Greensboro. Woo! Good job, Grayson. Number 2, Ben Sokenshans, 16 out of Jackson. Great job to all of you who've had your best week as vets. And our number 1 vet last week, give it up to Mr. Mahir Malasetti with 25.3 out of Tallahassee. Mahir, great job. Most would also want to see a badge of your career best, but no, you've had better than that. Crazy. But it is your summer best. Good job, Timmy here. Proud of you for being number 1 last week. Let's hit up the gold standard on Saturday. Let's see who did 3 or more. Let's give it up for out of Greensboro. We've got Grayson Hoagland. Then we got Braden Knopp out of Abilene, Brennan Eckert out of Savannah, Jacob Young out of Jackson, and Brandon Zemke out of Mobile. It keeps going though. Then we've got out of Savannah, we've got Wes Christensen. He's the only rookie this week that did 3 on a Saturday, so great job. We got Russ Smoot out of Abilene with 3, Michael Pearson with 3 out of Greensboro, and Faraz with 3.4 out of Tallahassee. Now jumping up to the big boys, here we go. We got Nick Melson with 4 on Saturday. Great job, Nick. Then we got Ben with 5 on Saturday. Great job to you, Ben. Then we've got Nick Grant also putting up a 5 spot on Saturday. And then our number 1 rep on Saturday, give it up to Mahir Malasetti. You don't go out and have 25 plus and have a bad Saturday. But not only was it great, amazing, dude, 9 on a Saturday, Mahir. 9 FP plus on a Saturday. I got no words. Great job. Our top office on Saturday, we're going to give it up to Mobile. Mobile took the top office, dethroned Tallahassee from having that week after week. Good job to you, Mobile, with 22 FP plus on Saturday. Now here's how our office is ranked last week. Here we go. Number 7, we've got Tampa with 42.4. Number 6, 51.5 coming from Abilene. Number 5, Mobile, 60.8. Number 4, Savannah, 65.2. Number 3, 83.9 out of Jackson. Good job, Jackson. Number 2 office, almost hitting 100. So close again, Greensboro with 94.7. And we've got Tallahassee taking the number 1 spot with 114.1, having their best week of the summer. Great job to you, Tallahassee. Here's our rookie production on the week. Look how many offices had 20 plus FP plus coming from rookies. Give it up to Tampa with 21.6, Jackson 22.2, Greensboro 24.8, and Tallahassee 28.3. Great job to everybody who had 20 or more coming from rookies. And for our area director production, here we go. A few of you in the danger zone, so we got to get, let's see, Trent Wood, Grant Hoagland, Brett Barber, and Will Pose. We got to get you up past 8. Grant, you and I had some conversations. We had a little bit of a hiccup with licensing, so we're going to get you past 8 again this next week, though. I know it. And then great job to everybody else who was above 8. We got Russ with 9, Nick with 11, Ben with 16, and Mahir with 26.1. Great job, Mahir. Now for our entities, here we go. Top 5 management groups last week. Coming in number 5, we've got Clint Fur Management Group with 42.5. Good job, Clint. Number 4, we've got Nick Grant, 48.6. Good job. Number 3, Grant Hoagland, 69 FP plus. Good job. Number 2, Ben Sokensanj, 83.7. And our number 1 management group, Mahir Malasetti, 114.9. Just want to congratulate Clint Fur Management Group getting in the top 5 here. Good job, brother. Senior managements last week, Nick Grant 60.8, Trent Wood 159.1, and Lucas Duquette 292, almost scraping that 300 mark. Good job. Wyatt Levine's region 353.5 last week. Great work. And we busted the 500 mark last week as the senior region. I knew we were going to do it. It was only a matter of time, but super proud of what everybody did last week. Thank you everyone to the efforts that you put in. I know it is difficult, it is hard, but it is very rewarding when you go give 100. So great job to the senior region 512 last week. Now for my favorite part of the podcast, the top 1%er MVP. This week is going to go to Nick Melson. Nick, incredible week last week, dude. Nick is a veteran. He's out of the Jackson office. He's from Dallas, Texas, and he's 27 years old. So a little background on Nick. He's been with us for 8 summers. I've loved working with him. He actually ran a team with us and has done well over 200 accounts. Got a little distracted on summer 6, only did about 60 to 80. Came back his 7th summer with an entirely different mindset and ended up putting 140. Well, again, he's coming back, doubling down, and currently he is pacing for well over 200. So Nick, incredible start and preseason that you've had, start of the summer and preseason so far. 3 out of the 4 weeks that you've had this summer, you've been in double digits. You're at 57% growth year over year. Last week alone, you did 17 surveys. Weren't able to get them all in because we backed up. Jackson had the best week of the summer, so obviously they're backed up. And so you were only able to get 12 in, but 17 surveys is incredible, dude. And then you had 4 on Saturday. You deserve the MVP this week. An incredible job, and looking forward to having you dominate all summer. We have another MVP because I couldn't pass this one up. Mihir Malasetti, dude, I gotta give it to you this week. He's a veteran. He's an area director over Tallahassee. He's from Dallas, Texas, and he's just turned 22 years old. At 22 years old, Mihir, you are absolutely killing it as an area director and with your personal sales. This past week, you had your best summer with 26 FP plus. Little highlight on here, 95 doors knocked equals the first deal. What that is referring to is last Saturday. Everybody has these type of days where it's just not clicking, it's not going, it's just not hitting, right? And Mihir is not going to let up on the gas pedal. The dude knocked 95 doors before he got his first deal on Saturday, not 2 days ago, but a week ago. Mihir, you did not quit. You didn't give up. Even though you had a great week, you were already, I think, at 14 last week, and you ended up with 2 on Saturday. But it took 95 doors for you to go hit it. The point I want to illustrate here is that Mihir, dude, you never give up, and you constantly will push and do whatever it takes to hit the goals that you have. I'm super proud of the example that you're setting. Now, I also want to highlight you did 100 FP plus in the preseason. Year to date in 2025, last year you were at 68. This year you're at 165. That's 143% growth year over year personally. Great job, dude. You were the #1 rep last week with 26 FP plus, and on Saturday the #1 rep with 9 FP plus. All right, little interjection here. I cannot believe I missed this, but not only, Mihir, did you dominate in all these areas, you were the #1 rep in the freaking company last week. Okay, let's go, Mihir. Nice freaking job. Very proud of you, Mihir. Thanks for putting in all you're putting in and the example that you're setting for everybody. Again, you deserve MVP as well this week, and great job to you. That's it for this week's podcast. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you next week, week 6.